How old were you when you came into Dame Dash?
When I first met him?
Yeah, when you first met him.
11, 12
11,
years
12
old.
years old.
Yeah. We're on
And he was in the mix.
He's in the mix, yo. Like,
He
you
was
know,
in
it's
the
like
mix.
on the east side, it's like, I don't want to say projects, but it's like kind of like projects, but it's a community center there, so everybody used to go in there, play ball, talk shit, roll dice, swim. He used to throw a lot of parties. He had a lot of girls, just brought the best out. And him and his crew used to have girls all the time. He used to sneak in them and just be amazed at what the fuck they was doing. And, you know, he had ended up getting with Jay-Z, pardon me. And I remember we was like 15 years old. He used to put us in cabs to Jay-Z's house and follow us. I was like, damn, when I grew up, I was like, this nigga ain't give a fuck about us, man. Because we ain't ask no questions. You know, when you 15, 16 years old and he give you $600, $700 twice a week, that's $2 million in 9th, 10th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Cameron just admitted the streets made him rich before rap ever did. Cameron just laid it all out about how deep he really was in the streets before rap ever saved his life. This ain't no regular Harlem story. We talking about running packages for Dame Dash when he was just a teenager. We're talking about being sent to Jay-Z's crib like it was nothing. We talking about Wu-Tang pulling up on Cam's block and buying work straight from the young Harlem hustlers. And in the middle of all that chaos, Cam was stacking thousands of dollars while most kids his age were still begging their moms for sneaker money. Now think about how wild that is. 15 years old, $600-$700 getting dropped in your hand twice a week. That's life-changing money back then. That's jewelry money, sneaker money, rope chain money. And it wasn't just petty hustling either. Cam admits himself that Harlem was filled with talent, but it was also filled with pressure. You either balled, rapped, or hustled. And for a young Cam, he had to do all three just to survive. What makes this even easier is the company he was keeping. Harlem legends on his block. We talking about ball players who should have been in the NBA. Rappers who ended up going platinum. And right there in the mix, Dame Dash already plotting labels, parties, and big business while other dudes were just thinking about a quick flip. That connection would eventually change Cam's life forever. But before the music, before the Pink Minks and Platinum Records, Cameron was moving like a real Harlem hustler. And now, years later, he's finally admitting just how wild that really was. And trust me, the details only get crazier from here. Now I'm about to play this clip for y'all, but before I do, I just need you to like, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section, and subscribe. Let's get into it.
Let's take a step back a bit. What was young Cam in East Harlem like? I know you was hustling and being fly. Y'all, you know that y'all always say Harlem. That's where all the swag come from. Talk about growing up in East Harlem as a young Cam.
Yeah, I'm actually from West Harlem, but my grandmother was from the East Side, so I'm kind of from both. Cause you know you go to your grandmother's house on the weekend or whatever. But yeah, I'm from 140th Street and Lenox Avenue. I grew up around a lot of talent, but you don't really know it's talent when you're growing up. You got to realize, like, Shamgard lives around the corner from me. Big L lives around the corner from me. Ali Mo, I don't know if y'all know Ali Mo, the black one.
Ali Mo should have been in the league.
Yeah.
He should have been in the league.
That nigga live in my building. Who y'all telling?
Bro.
Hey, man, nigga 6'8" point guard, nigga.
Black Widow.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you. But this is all in 2-block proximity. This is all the talent. Mace comes to my block. There's a lot of rappers and basketball players, but Ali Mo actually taught me the fundamentals of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Before I went to play for Gauchos or Riverside or anything like that. Like, I'm talking about like at 7 years old, like he was already good. He had brothers that played basketball. So I didn't know double dribble and walk. That nigga used to get so fucking mad at me, like, yo, you fucking traveling, yo, you fucking walking. So he taught me a lot. But Ali Mo should have definitely been in the league. But growing up there, it's just a melting pot of a lot of talent. So you got drug dealers, and you got people who see past drug dealing, who may be selling drugs, to say, I don't want to do this forever, because the big-time drug dealers may not seen a vision of rap, or may not invested in a basketball player because they didn't understand that they potentially could go to the NBA, or you could potentially be a platinum artist. So, like, a lot of times, to be honest with me, as far as, like, hustling in Harlem, I didn't really get a lot of money hustling in Harlem. I didn't really get a lot of money hustling until I went to Ohio, to be honest, in Chicago, because as much as they tell you, here go $20, don't do this or don't do that, like, yo, nigga, I need Jordans, nigga, I want a rope chain, you know what I'm saying? But you can't really do anything. Like, I had a big dust block on my block. So like my block was famous for selling dust. Like Wu-Tang used to come all the time and buy mad dust from my block, like Method Man. The only reason I'm saying this
Because he said
he already said it.
He said it. Yeah,
So
he said it.
That's the only reason I'm even saying it. I used to put it in songs. I'm like, then when I seen the nigga say it, I'm like, okay, cool. I can say something about these niggas used to buy mad dust. Like, yeah, it wasn't just Method Man neither. Them niggas would come down and forth because Wu-Tang was popping. Them niggas, if they come through the block, niggas was good for like 4 or 5 days. And so the way the block was, it's a one-way street, and at the end of the block is where everybody's selling dust. So me, God bless the dead, my man Huddy Combs, Huddy Six, we always kept a little dust on us and be up the block. You know what I'm saying?
You caught him early.
Yeah, stop niggas, because these niggas is selling fucking gallon, you know, dust juice come in gallons and all that shit. All we need kept a couple bundles, because if we made 200-300, that's 15, 16 years old, that's all you really needed. And that would be good enough for us, because them niggas would have kicked our ass if they knew we was clipping their customers like that.
Short stopping.
Yeah, so as far as that's how I was growing up on the west side. On the east side, it was like this guy who always was talking about, yo, Cam, when you go to the NBA, I'm gonna be an agent, I'm about to start a rap label, fuck with me. He was getting a lot of money hustling. And his name was Dame Dash, and niggas used to think he was crazy and shit, because he was like, I'm gonna do a record label, I'm gonna be a sports agent, I'm gonna do this. And he ended up doing all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So Dame Dash was like my right-hand man, you know. Dame Dash is the one, if anybody was really getting money in the street like that in Harlem that I knew, it was him, you know what I'm saying?
How old were you when you came into Dame Dash?
When I first met him?
Yeah, when you first met him.
11, 12 years old. Yeah.
And he was in the mix.
He's in the mix, yo. Like,
He's
you know,
in
it's
the
like
mix.
on the east side, it's like, I don't want to say projects, but it's like kind of like projects, but it's a community center there, so everybody used to go in there, play ball, talk shit, roll dice, swim. He used to throw a lot of parties. He had a lot of girls. This shit called the Best Out. And him and his crew used to have girls all the time. He used to sneak in them shits and just be amazed at what the fuck they was doing. And, you know, he had ended up getting with Jay-Z, pardon me, and I remember we was like 15 years old. He used to put us in cabs to Jay-Z's house and follow us. I was like, damn, when I grew up, I was like, this nigga didn't give a fuck about us, man. Because we ain't asking no questions. You know, when you 15, 16 years old and he give you $600, $700 twice a week, nigga, that's $2 million in 9th, 10th grade. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So my man Duke, I introduced him to my man Duke the God. Duke the God had a driver's license at 15 years old. In New York, you gotta be 18 years old to get a driver's license. So 15 years old with a driver's license is fucking amazing. So I plugged Duke in with him, and Duke used to take mad stuff over to Jay-Z's house for Dame Dash, and we used to get a couple dollars out of it. So Dame was like my man, and then when I got into a bad record deal, when I got out of entertainment, me and him kind of fell out. So I went to him to apologize, and I was like, yo, Dame, because roc-a-fella was at the top of the hill. I'm like, dang, man, we did all this shit for you. I really need your help to get me out this record deal. And we wasn't even speaking at the time. He swept that shit under the rug, helped me get out my deal, and I signed to roc-a-fella, and I ain't really looked back after that.
Cam'ron's story is proof that the foundation of hip-hop wasn't just built in studios. It was also built in the streets. And let me be clear, I'm not here to glorify the hustle or make the street game sound like some glamorous come-up. What I see in Cam's words is survival. It's about kids forced to figure out money, loyalty, and risk before they ever had a record deal in sight. When Cam says he was stacking thousands at 15, I don't hear bragging. I hear the reality of a generation that had to become entrepreneurs before they even became adults. What really stands out to me is how these same lessons translated into the music business. Running for Jay and Dame wasn't just about moving work. It was early training in distribution, trust, and responsibility. Cam learned how to move quick, how to handle pressure, and how to deal with people at the top of the food chain. Those are the same skills that turned roc-a-fella into a dynasty. You can't teach that in business school. That's street university. And think about it. Wu-Tang pulling up on Cam's block for product might sound wild, but in reality, it shows how connected the culture was. The streets and the music business weren't separate lanes. They were tied together, feeding each other. For Cam, That meant watching legends move like bosses and realizing he could carve out his own path. I think that's the deeper message here. It's not about Cam being proud he was a runner. It's about showing how every step, whether it was carrying a package, stacking a few dollars, or standing on the block with future NBA stars, was preparing him for something much bigger. He didn't stay stuck. He didn't let the streets ruin his potential. He learned, adapted, and he turned those lessons into platinum records and business moves that still inspire today. That's why I respect stories like this. They remind us that the hustle isn't always pretty, but the knowledge you gain can become priceless if you flip it into the right opportunities. Cam represents that flip. From stacking thousands in Harlem to selling millions worldwide, his journey is a lesson in resilience and vision. Now I want to hear from y'all. Do you think the business skills artists learned in the streets helped them succeed in the industry more than formal education could? And when you look at stories like Cam's, do you see it as survival, opportunity, or both? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, and make sure you like and subscribe. Peace.